What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review, season 15. I think we're on season 15, girl. Season 15. Did I take 2 edibles this morning? Girl, I don't even know. I think it's season 15, episode 1. Yeah, season 15. Season 15. So let's get started. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Shout out to all of you all who are letting me know that I'm in your top 5 in your YouTube recap. If you do not know how to find your YouTube recap, I don't know how it looks like on your desktop, but on your mobile phone, if you just go to the app and go to your profile page, if you go to your profile page, you'll see it'll say your 2025 recap is here. So you just go to your profile, the front page, where it'll just select your icon down there at the bottom, on the bottom right. And then when you press on that, it says your 2025 recap is here. Celebrate your year on YouTube. Get yours now. So then you can see it like right there. Okay. So go ahead and like, subscribe, hype up the video. Shout out to y'all for hyping up the video. Shout out to y'all for having me in your top 5. I'm so thankful. I'm like, ooh, it makes me so excited. And I love, you know what I really, really love? I love that I'm amongst, when I see your top 5, I'm like amongst the people who have like a lot of subscribers. So I'm like, yeah, so I got my way in there. She's in there. She's in there. So thank you for supporting the channel all this year. And thank you for clipping the video, liking the video, sharing the video, resharing the videos when I post them. So I appreciate y'all. I was really excited. So thank you, top 5, top 5. I'm in my top 5. Y'all didn't believe me. I'm my number 1. And I said, I think I'm my number 1 channel that I watch is because after I edit our videos, I do not watch the video after I edit. The first time I watch it is in the premiere. Like I edit it, I don't go back and rewatch the video after I edit it, right? I just hope that I took some stuff out. Sometimes, like when there's like long pauses and I'm just like looking for stuff, I usually cut that out. Sometimes I forget to cut it out, and then I don't notice it until it's premiering, right? And I'm like, damn, I meant to cut that part out, right? So I don't watch the video. So I watch it, and then I watch it when I go through and I look at the clips. I can see where you guys have clipped the video and maybe have shared it or clipped it for yourself or whatever. I can see where you guys have clipped the video. And if I see a number of you clip the same section of the video, I will make it into a short thing. And sometimes if you say, Erica, make this into a short, you'll sometimes put the timestamps in the comments. But you know how you can clip videos? I can see every video that has clips on them. I can see who clipped them. Of course, I can see the section that you clip. So again, if I see multiple clips of the same section, I'll make it into a short. So when I'm making it into the short, I'm kind of watching the video again. So I think that kind of makes me my number 1. So you should be your number 1 too. So it really just puts everything in perspective, because I'm a put yourself first type of diva. Like put yourself first before your kids, before everybody, right? It's God, and then you, and then everybody else that comes after, because you have to be okay to make sure anyone who depends on you for their survival is okay too. So always put yourself first, right? So it was funny that I was my number 1 channel. Be your number 1, girl. That's a lesson. Be your number 1. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So all the girls are back, and we have Rachel Zoe. Shout out. Speaking of Virgo, shout out to Rachel Zoe, who is a Virgo. I love Rachel. So when I'm so happy when she came up on the screen, and then she has a little necklace around her neck. It has a glyph, the Virgo glyph, and then on the back she has her children's her son's birthstone. So she is now a single mother of 2 boys. So we see each other, but I was not married, and she was married for 18 years before she had a child. I said, I know that's right. Married for 18 years before they had a child. And then she said after the children came, she was like, something changed. I'm telling you, if for everybody can attest to that. If whether it doesn't matter how long you're in the relationship with the man, the dynamic changes. There's another person here. There's another person here. And if you were the type of woman who put like centered your man, and now you have something else you have to actually really focus on, because this person needs you in order to survive. This person does not. So this person can feed itself and walk on its own and change its own diapers, even though if they could get you just to change their motherfucking diapers, they fucking would if they could get y'all to do it. But you can survive on your own. This one can't. This person can't. So when you start focusing on this person who's was the center of everything before this person came, they tend to get a little bit snippy about it. They tend to feel a way about it. And so the dynamic of your relationship changes. And a lot of people experience that. A lot of people, the marriage kind of breaks down for a lot of people. Some people get past it. A lot of people get past it, but the men have to come into the acceptance that you're not the center of the world, Papa, not anymore. You might be now, if you do the right thing, you might be the center of your child's world, but not of this woman's world. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what you want to do. Instead of worrying about this woman not focusing on you, why don't you focus on the kid so you can be the center of that child's world, just like its mother is. But no, y'all be wanting to be treated like these babies instead of understanding the baby, and so that the baby can then look at you like, "Ooh, Papa, I want to be around my dad all the time." Y'all don't even think, y'all so worried about getting your damn diaper changed that it breaks down the relationship. She said, "I don't know what it was, but something changed when the boys came." So shout out to my Virgo sister, Rachel Zoe. We know Rachel Zoe from the Rachel Zoe project that came on Bravo many, 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 many moons ago. I can't speak for everybody else, but I loved the Rachel Zoe project. And I don't know why I did not know that she was a Virgo. I feel like I knew that she was a Virgo. Is Nicole Richie a Virgo? It's something about Nicole Richie and Rachel Zoe. Was Nicole Richie on the Rachel Zoe project? She might have been. I don't know. I don't think Nicole Richie. Hey Siri, when is Nicole Richie's birthday?
Nicole Richie was born
She
September
is a Virgo.
1981.
She's a Virgo
She's
too.
44 years old.
Thank you. She's right on the. Thank you. She's 44. She's born in 81. But she's a Virgo too. I don't know why she just popped up into my head thinking about Rachel Zoe, but it was something about Rachel Zoe and Nicole Richie. But yeah, she's a September Virgo as well. Rachel Zoe. I was so happy to see Rachel Zoe. I didn't talk about Rachel Zoe for too long. I was really happy, and I'm glad she came in. It was almost like Kathy Hilton introduced her, right? Because she was friends with Paris first, and then she said she just became friends with Kathy, and then also started to help Kathy with styling and stuff like that. She walked through in that all white baby. Did she have a Chanel purse? I was like, look at Rachel. So I was so happy to see Rachel. So I am so glad that she is on there. And I love how she was talking to Kyle at the table. That bluntness. I was just like, that's it. Like, she's just so blunt and like, I'm sorry I said it. I had to say it. I was like, yes. Everybody's looking like, damn. Even Bozeman was like, girl, she just gonna say it, huh? Yes, we just gonna say it. If you don't have what it Blanche Devereaux used to say. If you don't have nothing nice to say about them, come sit next to me. Not Rue McClanahan. It was Olympia Dukakis on Still Magnolias, wasn't it? And she said, "You don't have nothing nice to say about somebody. Come sit next to me." Girl, I'll say it. Y'all be filtering. I be filtering myself. You might not think that I do, but I filter myself. I be going through it and I be like, and it shows in my face because I be trying to hold it. I be trying to hold it back. But shout out to Rachel Zoe. Anyway, so Dorit goes to see Bozma, and they were talking about what's his name being outside, and I've just watched the marathon of Beverly Hills, so I feel like I just watched last season a couple weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. Was that last? Not this last weekend. Yeah, 2 weekends ago, I watched the marathon. So I just felt like I just watched the last season because I did, anyways. So it just feels like it's continuing for me. Like it doesn't feel like there was a gap. I think that's a good idea. Watch the last couple of episodes before the new episodes come on. I think it's a good way to get like the continuation. Anyway, so Dorit filed for divorce after seeing PK with a, what did she say, a Timu version, a Sheen version of Dorit kissing out on the street. Um, she also gave her a Hermes blanket for, I don't know what she gave it to her for, just a gift because they haven't seen each other. I don't know why. But anyway, so she said it would have been a perfect opportunity for Kyle to reach out. But she didn't. And let's see. Yeah, Bozeman said it would have given her an opportunity to mend their relationship. Dorit said she's not going to go by her words. She's going to go by her actions because at the end of last season, they said they were, going to try and work on their relationship. It was really good to see in the next scene Kyle with all her daughters. Everybody has grown up so much. I mean, it's been 15 seasons watching these girls grow up. And so her daughter, Alexia, is 29 and she is just recently engaged with a boy that she met in the third grade. So she said she always told her daughter, the person you want to marry is a person who is your friend. And so Farrah didn't go through because remember, was it last year or a year before last? Farrah was engaged. She's not engaged anymore. I wonder what happened. Ooh, we don't get to know because this is not about Farrah. So Farrah didn't get engaged. Farrah is her daughter from her previous marriage. I wonder what happened. So she was like, so Alexia will be my first daughter getting married. They're sitting around the table. They're sitting around the table and it's really cute. It's just really cute to see all of them like just grown and kind of the way that Kyle is talking to them because they're not little girls anymore. These are women. And so you kind of have to change your relationship. You're still mom, but you kind of have to change your relationship and kind of not come down to their level, but come to the level of we're women in this room right here. We're not, this is not mommy and daughter. This is mommy and her grown women daughters. And so I'd really like to see that dynamic between mothers and daughters, how you step out of being a mother and it's like more so like, I'm your older friend now, but still, you still have the respect as a mother, but now the advice is different. We're talking about different adult themed topics, right? So they're talking about Mauricio. And one of the daughters said, yes, I texted him and told him he was doing too much because Mauricio evidently is out in these streets, not with one woman, but he's doing his bachelor thing, right? He's with multiple women. They haven't gotten a divorce yet. So I don't know what the fuck is happening, but Mauricio and Kyle, I think I don't know if they have filed like a legal separation, but they're not together, but they're not divorced. So Mauricio, we know that Mauricio is out. If you follow any of the blogs or the little entertainment magazines, you see that Mauricio is out with different women. So it was one video where the girl jumped on Mauricio and had her legs wrapped around his waist and, her arms wrapped around his neck. And one of his daughters was like, you doing the most, you doing too much. Settle down, sir. Settle down. You doing a lot. So they asked Kyle how did it make her feel. And she says at first it was like shocking, but now it's just like, okay, dude, you're doing a lot. Like they're all like on the same page where like Mauricio is doing the most in public. She says, Kyle says she's desensitized to it now. But she does wish that he was more discreet. So all the daughters have something to say. They're very vocal about their feelings. And that's basically what they were talking about. So I guess Kyle's storyline is going to be her daughter planning a wedding, and then also her navigating being single, because now you can't say like, I don't know if we're going to get back together, and all that stuff that was happening in previous seasons where you don't know if maybe you never know, maybe they will come back together. I don't know. I wouldn't marry him again, or I don't know, but they got a lot of their fortune as a family. I loved that she said she doesn't go by Umansky anymore. She goes by Richards professionally and personally. Shout out to Kyle. Yes. We love that. I love it, girl. Go change your motherfucking name, girl. We not going by Umansky anymore. Girl, you out here kissing women, the women jumping on your back and everything like that. Girl, get out of here. So Kyle can't say that, oh, I think we're going to get back together and maybe you're going to have to get out there. Rachel Zoe told her at the end of the episode, you need to go out 3 days a week. She was like, damn. He was like, I like being in my house. I was like, I know that's right. That big ass house now, you got that big ass house all to yourself. But of course, what's her name? Sophia. What's the youngest daughter? Sophia? Portia. Her name is Portia because they got the only reason why it made me remember is because they got bought her a Portia for her birthday. She still lives there, of course, and then I think the daughter Alexia, the one that's engaged, she still lives there. She's 29. I mean, if I were, y'all don't have to leave. Like, to me, I feel like this is a family house. If y'all want to wait until you save money, if you want to stay here as long as you want to stay here, whatever. Here's, come and go. This is your family house. You can stay. You don't have to spend extra money and stay somewhere else. That's a big ass house that Kyle lives in. So she's basically there. It's not a lot of people. She has her dogs and everything like that. But shout out to Kyle. I'm glad she mentioned that she doesn't go by Umansky personally anymore. So Rachel Zoe, she shows up to Kathy's house. She's helping her figure out some styles to wear. I guess she's going to a wedding in Rome. I think that's what she said, a wedding. She gives some history on her career. She talks about Roger, and they got a divorce after 26 years together. After 26 years of marriage, but they were together for 33 years. She says, we were really like the Notebook couple. She said, after we had kids, it changed and we all grew apart. She said, he's Grateful Dead, and I'm St. Bart's. Then they showed clips. They showed clips of him like hollering and screaming at people. Did y'all see that? I was like, damn. But I guess he's with someone else now. And the way that she was talking, because they showed a scene with her and her son, one of her sons, and he's so cute. He was like an old man. She was like, you're like an old man. She was like, you're like a 44-year-old man. He was like, I feel like it. He's a little kid. But that's what I'm saying. You don't discount what children are saying, because it's like they don't have the filters. They're not practicing respectability politics. They're just going to say the truth. And I feel like we do such a disservice to children when we kind of stifle their self-expression, tell them they only can be seen and not heard. No, let them talk. You can learn a lot. I want to share a story that my grandfather shared with me about listening to kids. I'll tell it another day, but he always used to tell this story about how important it is to not discount what kids are saying, because if you just listen to children, they can teach you something too. But anyways, so she says that they showed all those clips, girl. I was like, oh, look at Roger, the way he was acting. But she was like, part of their problems were working together. She said that is where a lot of their problems came. It was like a blurred line between work and their personal life. So she also mentioned that later. So they get to Erica, Sutton, and Kyle. They are all going to Sutton's house. Reba is there. Shout out to Reba for traveling to California. They give an aerial shot of Sutton's house and show that she lives on the main road. You can see, I said, y'all are messy. Messy, messy, messy. James is on his way to college, and Reba is in town. She said since Augusta, her mother and her have been getting along better than ever. And then she talks about letting Avi go. Now, I read why she left Avi go, but it seems like it's more than what they're actually talking about. I would like to know. I'm sure you guys can get in the comments, because I don't follow these people. Like, I follow them. I might follow them on Instagram. I know I follow Sutton on Instagram. I don't think I follow Kyle. I don't know if I think I follow Garcelle. I know I follow Margaret. Like, I follow the ones that are my faves on the show. I follow. Like, I like Sutton. Sutton is another Virgo. I'm gonna see how her and then Kyle's a Capricorn. Isn't Kyle a Capricorn? What's Erica Jane? Is Erica Jane a Sagittarius? Hey Siri, when's Erica Jane's birthday?
There's no one in your contacts named Erica Jane.
Girl, hold on. Erica Jane, Beverly Hills. Erica Jane, Beverly Hills. Let's see when her birthday is. Oh, she's a Cancer. She's July 10th. Oh, this might be a fun group. What is Dorit? Hold on, let me see when Dorit's birthday is. So we got two Virgos, a Capricorn, a Cancer. Hold on. Dorit, another Cancer. Okay, okay, okay. July 14th. Let's see, Kathy Hilton. Kathy is a Pisces, March 13th. Oh, this might be a cool little season. There's no fire signs? Hold on. Who else is on here? Oh, Bosma. Bozoma St. John. Bosma St. John. Hold on. It says she's engaged. Hold on, let me see. I don't care that she's engaged. Oh God. Let's see. She's January 21st. She's a Capricorn. No, an Aquarius. She's an Aquarius. She's an Aquarius. This might be a cute little season. Who else is there? Sutton, a Virgo. Kyle, a Capricorn. Erica Jane, Dorit, a Cancer. Kathy, who else? Am I missing? Kathy is a Pisces. Am I missing somebody? Oh, Jennifer Tilly. Let's see. Hold on. Jennifer Tilly. I think it's Jennifer Tilly. She gives me very much air sign. Hold on. September. She's a Virgo too. September 16th. Oh, this might be a cute little season. They don't have no fire signs on the cast. What was Garcelle? Let me see. This might be a cute little season. She's a 26. She's a Sag. Sagittarius is a fire sign. This might be a cute little season. So we got two Cancers, a Capricorn, a Pisces, and three Virgos. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay, let's see. So they give an aerial shot. Did I already talk about that? Reba is there. Okay. Okay, so Sutton talks about Avi and how he has known her throughout her marriage, throughout her divorce, throughout her daughter graduating from high school. And she says she doesn't feel like she needs a personal assistant anymore. Now, that's what I read, is that Sutton felt like I don't need to have a personal assistant, so Avi doesn't need to be around. But I still feel like, Sutton, you need an assistant. I feel like you need an assistant because you're still running a business. You still, it might not be, you need help with the children per se, but they're grown anyway. So if he's watched them, grow up, the children grow up, they've been through her marriage and a divorce. He's known her for a long time. So for them not to be friends anymore, I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. Was she too much, because they showed clips of Sutton like being bossy, and Virgos can be bossy. We can. We can. But that's right where she said, but it got complicated and it's sad that we're not friends anymore. And then they asked her about Garcelle's. Erica asked, did you hear Erica in the episode? She was like, I know she ain't never followed me. I ain't following her. What she say? I was like, shut up, Erica. Erica did not like Garcelle, baby. Did not like Garcelle. I wonder why. Because Garcelle was on Erica's ass for the damn diamond earrings. She was in everybody's business, girl. We in everybody's business. What's going on? We need to know about them earrings, girl. Why don't you just give the earrings and what did Garcelle tell her? Why don't you just sell the earrings and give the people the money? Erica said, "I know the fuck. Who the fuck are you, bitch? Telling me what to do with my motherfucking money." I think that's where the relationship broke down. All right, so we don't know what happened with Avi. Y'all let me know if there's any like rumors about what happened with Avi. Um, Sen says she hasn't talked to Garcelle. She looked like she was about to cry. She said, Kyle says she was confused. She was like, I texted her too. She didn't, Garcelle went ghost on everybody, unfollowed everybody, and was like, I'm done with y'all. And we saw what happened, right? Sutton, you got all this mouth throughout the season, but when we get to the reunion, who is this girl? Are you afraid of, like, it seems like you were okay with confrontation in the season, but when it comes to confrontation at the reunion, you fainting and everything, buckling your back breaks and towards the back, like, it's like, what's going on? And you did not back up Garcelle at all. Not at all. You didn't speak up for her. Nothing. Nothing. So Garcelle said, I'm done with this, because at the time when you were supposed to have my back, like I've always had your back, you did not have my back. You didn't speak up for me. You didn't affirm anything I had to say. You didn't say, yeah, what she said. None of that. You did none of that. So, girl, I'm out. I'm out. Y'all bitches is fake. I'm cool. And that's it. So, you could be sitting there crying, Sutton, but I think Sutton needs to acknowledge that you need to go back and watch that reunion so you could see what we saw. Because, girl, you was not there for your friend. And I think that at one point she asked her, I don't know if it was in this scene or the other scene, do you think that, oh, that was at the other scene. I think Dorit, was it Dorit who asked, or Erica? They were like, do you think that she was only your friend, like you were in an alliance, or were you really a friend? And then Sutton said, I think I would hate to think it was an alliance, but it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like that was my best friend. It felt like we were really my best good friend right now. You were my best friend right now. And she cut her off, because we best good friends, but we best good friends when I need you to be best good friends, and to have if I'm fighting these bitches, you need to have we need to be back to back. So anybody coming from behind me, you fighting their ass too. And you was not there, girl. And that's just the truth about the situation. So Sutton said her ex-husband, so everybody, they go out and they sit down. Sutton has a little party planner there. They have some little spread out. What are they eating? It seemed like they was eating sushi rolls or something. I think they were eating rolls. I don't know what they were eating. Sutton says that her ex-husband got their marriage annulled through the Catholic Church. I'm sorry. It's like that motherfucker said, I don't want to have nothing to do with you whores at all. I said, ain't that some shit? Girl, I'm going all the way to the Catholic Church. I'm gonna take it out the books. I don't even want a record of this, girl. But if I was son, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Because how much is he paying a month in spousal support? Don't you ever get married. Don't be like Luann's stupid ass and have your damn title taken away because you got remarried to the village whore. Luann really pissed me off with that. Why would you marry that man? Anyway, so he went to the Catholic Church. Reba asked, does that make the children bastards? Yes. Bitch. That was so funny to me. Girl said, Reba, yes, we need Reba on here for the whole. How long is she gonna be? How many episodes is Reba gonna be here? Girl, that shit was so funny to me. Does that make the children bastards? I said, girl. Sutton was like, no, I think the children are okay. But he took his name away, and the letter when it was addressed to Sutton, it was Sutton's maiden name. And then her mother said it was disrespectful. You see the patriarchy, how it got you guys fooled thinking it's disrespectful that he wants to take his name back? Girl, Sutton, are you doing business at Sutton Strack? You got to change everything. I would change everything, or just legally change your name to Sutton Strack with no, if you're doing business. Because somebody else was in the comments was like, my mom kept my father's last name, or somebody's mother kept the father's last name. Brian McKnight's wife kept her name after divorcing Brian McKnight because she really started businesses, and her professional name is whatever McKnight. So that's the reason why she kept her name as McKnight. So I could see that, right? But don't change your name in the first place. What you change your name for in the first goddamn place? You wouldn't have to do business as the name that you was born under, girl. Anyways, but yeah, so the letter was addressed to Sutton Brown, and the mother said that's disrespectful. And that's when Kyle chimed in and said She uses her maiden name for professional reasons, but now across the board, she is Kyle Richards. She says, then they said it kind of means you don't matter to him. Like, y'all put so much stock. Okay, you don't matter to him. Does he matter to you? As long as the motherfucking checks, the alimony checks, is coming on time. Doesn't Sutton get like $250,000 a month? Okay, I don't give a fuck. Take it to the Pope, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Just make sure we changing the name to Sutton Brown, so make sure them checks is spelled out to Sutton Brown, motherfucker, and make sure it's money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? I want my motherfucking money in the bank when I'm supposed to have it. I don't give a fuck. Take it to the Vatican, bitch. I don't care. Just make sure my money comes on time when it's supposed to. Take your motherfucking name back, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Take it back. It means you don't matter. Even Reba was like, that's disrespectful. No, it's not. No, it's not. Disrespectful is holding on to a man's name that you're not connected to and does not want to be connected to you. Give him his fucking name back. Right? The kids, you see how, what's her name? I thought the first person I thought about was Siri Cruz. Did she go by Siri Holmes? Yeah, right. Ain't Holmes her mama, or who's her mama? Yeah, Siri. She goes by Holmes. When she graduated, they called Holmes when she graduated. Her father's Tom Cruise. Girl, take your name back. The kids will even take your name. They're like, girl, we're not taking his name. He's a weirdo. That's why with Brian McKnight's kids, if that Brian McKnight Jr., I would be like, no problem, sir. I would change it. Even if you just wanted to be Brian Knight, I wouldn't be connected. I'm just Brian Knight, not McKnight, just Brian Knight. To keep it, if you want to keep it the same, because whatever fucking reasons, but get him out of here. Get him out of here. So shout out to Kyle for going by Kyle Richards now, and Sutton should feel no ways. Just make sure the motherfucking checks hit the bank when they supposed to. Okay, Mr. Strack, thank you. Sincerely, Sutton Brown. Girl, I wouldn't give a fuck. Kyle announces that she wants everybody to come to her home to have a summer solstice party, and it's going to be around the strawberry full moon. And I looked it up. The strawberry full moon was on June 11th, so this is when they started filming. So it is it literally is 6 months, right? Because it just started on the 4th, so 6 months. June 11th is when the summer solstice was. So Kyle starts talking about Dorit and PK, and she asked if Sutton has talked to Dorit. And Sutton was like, talk to Dorit? No. Like, girl, why would I talk to Dorit? What would I be talking to Dorit about? Just because Garcelle isn't here doesn't mean I'm going to start liking Dorit. I still don't like that bitch. Okay. She's like, she filed for divorce. She was like, I think that PK did that on purpose, kiss that girl that he was kissing out in public. So they were talking about how PK saw that, what's his name? Mauricio was out here living it up, laying it low and spreading it wide. that PK wanted to follow after him, and that's why he did what he did. That's what they were saying. They were like, oh, he got a good idea from Mauricio. So then Reba says she finds him very unattractive. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nobody thinks PK like, PK, what are you doing? Even the old lady is like, ew, gross. And then what is it? Remember last season when Kathy, I'm telling you, I just watched the last season when Kathy was like, DK, she called him something. She was like, PK, yeah, PK, DK, whatever his name is. Because Kathy be trying to shade the dudes and y'all be trying to protect the dudes. Remember when she did that with Mauricio and she was like, you saw him down on Instagram with his shirt off. He wasn't even really looking that cute. And then of course Kyle was like, yeah, don't say that. She was like, oh, okay. Like she be trying to talk shit. And then y'all be trying to protect the dudes. Shout out to Kathy. Kathy was like, DK, PK, whatever his name is. So she was like, she hasn't talked to them. And then they asked Kyle, have you talked to PK since all this stuff is coming out? Kyle said she hasn't talked to him. But then when they asked her, have you severed ties? She said no. So I don't know if they cut it like that, but she asked, did you sever ties with him? And then she said no. But she said she hasn't talked to him since all this stuff is coming out, but she hasn't severed ties with him. Did I hear that correctly? Y'all let me know. Let me know. So Rachel, um, she says that I had a brutal summer. I was having a brutal summer. She says because at first I was coming home to an empty house and it was making me feel a certain way. She says, but now I'm coming into my empty house smiling, having my mind and nervous system in a calm space is so immeasurable and it's enjoyable. I be trying to tell the people, I be trying to tell the girls, like it's just like I'm not gonna allow. I don't care. You can live in the biggest house. You can live in the smallest house. Peaceful is if that peace is immeasurable. Nothing you will once you are in it and you're like and you just feel like safe and just everything. Like I'm getting the chills thinking about it. And your nervous system is intact and it's just calm. You will never allow anyone to break that shit up. I'm not letting you, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care about your education. I don't care. That peace is immeasurable. It is. I said, shout out to Rachel Zoe. I'm glad she's saying this stuff and I'm glad they didn't take it out. I'm glad they're letting that, like, to hear these women, even Kyle, Kyle's like, yeah, okay, we're going to try to get Kyle. Maybe that's going to be her storyline, trying to get Kyle to like, let it go. It's done. You and Mauricio is over with. Even though they're not divorced, girl, it's a wrap. Okay. She says her regret, they asked her, I think somebody asked her what was her regret with her husband. She says working with her husband. She says the lines were crossed and he turned into somebody unrecognizable and basically unsafe to be around for her and her kids. She says, and children in the relationship is tricky. She asked her son, how is he? And he says, he's good. I like him now. Divorces are tough. Her son was like, you have to listen and ask them how they're feeling because some kids will tell you, like, I know that there are adults who said they were so happy when their mother got a divorce because now that they felt safe in their homes, like they finally felt safe. But some were not asked, like, how are you feeling, with the way that your father and I are interacting? And the kids will tell you, we would prefer it if y'all were apart and happy than together and making my life a living hell. Like Joshua down there on Bell Collective. I know he's tired, sick and tired of his mama crawling in bed with him because his father ain't shit. I know he would be so happy that his mother can just sleep in her own motherfucking bed. And furthermore, why aren't you putting his ass out on the couch? Why are you giving up your bed and coming affecting me with what you're unable to give up and won't give up? And then you want to come lay down in my bedroom. No, get a divorce, separate so you don't have to keep climbing in the bed with me, lady. The kids, just ask the kids. I love that she was like, what's going on with you and your dad? How y'all getting along? And he was like, I like him. I like him. He's all right. He's all right. Divorces are tough. So smart. You just listen to him. Just listen to him. And then he says, I think he's giving her a quote. He gave her some quote, something, life is easy and easy is life, or something he said. I forgot what the quote was. And then she says, why do I feel like you're 40? He says, I do too. It was really cute. Really, really cute. Then Erica and Bose go out to eat. Yeah, they went out to eat. So Erica talks about getting this notification that, Tom was going to jail. And she said she didn't know if she really wanted to go see him because, like, what's the point? Closure, or is it going to bring up a bunch of other shit? So she was like, she didn't go see him at all. And then she starts talking about her visit with Sutton and how, Avi doesn't work with Sutton anymore and how Sutton was not really clear on why they didn't work together anymore. Well, she did say she didn't need an assistant anymore, but the way that she was talking about it, it did seem, she said they're not friends anymore. So I don't know what could have happened, right? Maybe we'll get into it, or maybe you guys know, maybe it was in the blog somewhere. Um, they talked about how all of Sutton's relationships have disintegrated with Avi, with Garcelle, and it's time for her to show us who she is. So I don't know what do they want to see from Sutton. I'm not sure what they want to see, because Sutton has been into it with people. She has hollered and screamed at people. She has said things. I mean, what do we need to know? Like, we're going to get to know the real Sutton. So I don't know what they're talking about. So I don't know what they're talking about. And this is crazy that Erica is sitting across from Bose, because she's only been here for one season. This is her second season. And you're worried about, you think she's shared a lot. I feel like they've all shared a lot. I don't know where this storyline comes from, where somebody has been on for so long. The only person who's has really not shared a lot about their lives on these shows is Griselda Bryant, down to the Potomac. We don't know. We didn't even know that bitch had fucking siblings, bitch. Girl, we didn't even know. She's been real good. Another Virgo. She's been real good about not sharing her personal life. After that peanut head, milk dud head Sherman, after all that mess with Monique, mm, that's a mess. So then, what's her name said? Bo says, well, that's why I was saying, will the real Slim Sutton please stand up? And then Erica says, I don't know about Slim. Box? No, bitch. Girl, not them saying that you shaped like SpongeBob. It's just a square at the top with two little legs coming down. Sutton is she is not a young woman. She's an older woman. How old is Sutton? Hey Siri, how old is Sutton Strack?
Sutton Strake is 54 years old.
She's 54 years old, and she used to be a dancer. So she's gonna look skinny. She said she's shaped like a box. I said, oh girl. Erica said, I'm going to hell. Bo said, in a handbasket. She said, whatever. Erica doesn't like Sutton. She doesn't like Garcelle either. Because they was really on her about, I think that's where it stems from, because they were on her about that stuff with Tom. Even Sutton was like, girl, I don't even know I need to know who I'm around. I have a reputation. Remember when Erica said, Miss Small Town, got to protect your reputation. She don't like Sutton. She does not like Sutton. So Sutton calls Kyle and tells her that she dropped her son off to go on his summer trip. I think he's going to Europe. I think that's what she said. Kyle said, you're going to have an empty nest so we can do stuff and have more fun. Right. And then Kyle says in the comments, now that Garcelle is gone, maybe I can have my old Sutton back, basically. She says, I can't wait to see you today. And she asked her, how does she feel about seeing Dorit? And then Sutton says she doesn't hold on to stuff. I wonder what her moon is. I don't particularly hold on to stuff either. I like when I'm like, I might blow up about something and then I'll be done with it. Like, I'm gonna cuss you out real quick and then I'm gonna be done with it. I'm gonna be done with it. I remember somebody telling me, and this motherfucker was a narcissist. He used to be like, you just can't cuss people out and then expect to be friends after you done cuss someone out and then you done cussing them out and then the next conversation is like, you okay? Like, yeah, because I got off my chest what I wanted to say. But you said some shit that was real mean. Like, because I was trying to be mean. Because I was being mean. Now I'm not mean right now. So we cool? Sorry. So I don't know. I don't know how we feel about seeing Dorit. I don't hold on to stuff, she said. She said if she has a problem with me, we can talk. That's what Sutton said. She said, I don't want to be a part of any drama that's going on in her life. And then she said, we're going to have a good time. And then she says, you need to bring your Southern hospitality when you come. Girl, because Southern hospitality isn't really Southern hospitality. Because that bless your heart, baby, that's a curse, okay? We start talking about Bose and Keely, child. They are in love, I guess, and they're still on the road. I don't know why she wants to have a baby with that man. I don't know why, and I don't know what's the rush. Like I feel like I don't know. Why are we rushing to get married? Why? What is the? I don't understand. So I'm just gonna move on. So the women are talking about Sutton and losing Garcelle and Avi, and Dorit was like, Sutton who? Who's Sutton? So she's already on one. So we see Dorit is already on one. That's when they asked Sutton, do you think Garcelle was an alliance or a friendship? And she said, I didn't see it as that. Bo says, I think she was upset with me for not backing her up. And she's like, y'all basically left her out to dry. I don't know why she would want Bose to stick up for her. I don't know why she would want her to stick up for her. Now, Sutton, I could see. But Bose, I don't know what would be the expectation for Bose to speak because she's black. I'm supposed to stick up for you. But what was the? I didn't understand. I didn't see a scenario where Bose would need to stick up for Garcelle. Jog my memory. Let me know. But with Sutton, yes, not with Bose. I wouldn't expect that from her. Jog my memory. Let me know. Um, that's when Erica says she ain't never gonna speak to me. Yeah, we know, girl. Kathy and Rachel finally show up. Bo says she knows Rachel from Rachel's podcast, and she said she spoke to her for hours. Did you notice Kathy said she doesn't want her purse on the ground? She said, "Bitch, that's how I keep all my money, bitch. Don't put my purse on the ground. Put it over there on that table over there. That's how I keep my motherfucking money, bitch." Erica's so starstruck. Erica is such a fan. Who does she do that? She's like that with Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly was not at this party. Why wasn't was Jennifer Tilly there? No, she wasn't. Where was she? Anyways, this was at Kyle's house, but Jennifer Tilly wasn't on this episode. Erica introduced herself to Rachel Zoe as Rachel. Hi, I'm Rachel, she said. Girl, a mess. Did you notice that? She was like, oh my God, I'm Erica. Rachel starts talking about her divorce. She said kids want parents who like each other. She said they were together for 18 years before having the kids. And she says, I don't believe in staying in something where you're not happy. I was over here like, yes, tell it. She says, do the kids know that PK and Dorit are not together? Dorit is him and hawing. So she still hasn't told the children that the relationship is over. I don't know. Can somebody please explain to me? Even Dorit's explanation wasn't making sense. Like, girl, tell the kids. Why aren't you sitting down with them and saying, hey, this is what's going on? And see, that's where you see the difference between where Rachel was talking to her son about what's going on. Like, how are you feeling about, your relationship with your father right now, and getting his insight on that. I think Dorit's children are smart enough, especially her son, because he's older. But I feel like they're smart enough that you can have a conversation with them. I don't understand why have you not set, and I'm glad that Kyle asked her directly, have you set them down and told them that y'all are getting a divorce? And she said no. And then even Bozeman was like, like, girl, you're not doing it. You're not doing it right. They all don't agree that I don't agree with it either. Y'all let me know if you agree with what Dorit is doing by not telling the kids outright what's happening. Maybe she's in the stage that Kyle was in. Is that the stage y'all go through when you're getting the divorce? Maybe we can get back together, So maybe that's where she is with it. Maybe that's what it is. They said PK saw Mo and said, let me do it too. Rachel said you don't need to do that. If it wasn't what it is now, it would be the same thing in 5 years. So it's better to like get it done now than to wait another 5 years of the same shit. And it's like, then you're wasting 5 years thinking that something is going to happen, something's going to change. Oh my God, this review is so long. Um, they ask Kyle if she's going out, and Kyle says no. And Rachel says, "Are you dating?" She says, "No, I'm single." She says, "Do you feel like it's okay for you to date?" And I was like, yeah, they're asking some good questions. I love it. And then she was like, yes, but I'm not there right now. That's what Kyle was saying. I'm not there. I don't want to date, but if, I'm okay with dating, but I'm just not dating right now. And then she says, well, you need to start going out. She was like, it's so easy to stay at home. And she says, you need to start going out 3 days, 3 nights a week. Kyle was like, what? Not 3 nights a week. She was like, and you're going to come home feeling so full. And she said that she wants to do that. She says she wants to have a fun summer. She wants to have a hot girl summer. Shout out to Megan the Stallion. She said, I want to have a hot girl summer. And then she was like, I'm ready. And then Dorit got on her knees and she was like, I'm ready too. I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to have a hot girl summer. So they said they're going to have a hot girl summer and it's going to be fun. So they showed everywhere that they're going to be going. They're taking a couple of trips, honey. I love it. I can't wait. I love Beverly Hills. I love all the shows. Married to Medicine is my show. So I'm happy that my shows are back. Beverly Hills is back. And it was good. I can't wait. And we're gonna see Sutton and Jennifer Tilly getting into it. She's another Virgo. It's a lot of Virgos. It's a lot of Virgos. I love the little setup. There's no fire signs. Is Camille gonna show up anytime? I don't know what sign Camille Grammer is, but anyways, she might be a Leo. She does give me a little Leo energy. I don't know what Camille Grammer is. Let's see before we go. Go ahead and like the video if you haven't liked it while I look up career Camille Grammer's sign. It just says September 1968, but it doesn't have the day. So she can either be a Virgo or a Libra. So we don't know. She might be a Libra, but the date of her birthday is not there. That's funny. That's on Wikipedia. Anyways, so take care of each other, okay? Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this episode. It's a lot going on this episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. So get down in the comments and let me know what's up. Do you think that Dorit should tell her children, like, just to be flat out, or do you agree with like not telling them? I think that maybe she's at the stage of thinking, but can you be at the stage of thinking y'all are going to get back together if he's out there, with public displays of affection? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're going to find out what happened with Avi and Sutton. We're going to see. And Rachel Zoe, we're glad that Rachel Zoe is on there. So shout out to everybody. I had fun. I'm glad that they're back. All right, y'all, let's get down in the comments. Take care of each other. Peace.